All right, today we're doing core and triceps. We're going to be on the ground for the majority of this workout. After our warm-up, we'll be on the ground. You can use some resistance. I'm going to use dumbbells today. You can use dumbbells, water bottles, cans of soup, any form of resistance. You'll need 2 pieces. All right, and we're going to start with just a standing march. And get that music going that you love. Marching it out. Get those arms pumping, bring those knees up, get that heart rate up, get those muscles warm. You can always jog in place instead if you want more intensity. Forgive my voice and if I sound like I'm breathing heavy. I have a cold that I've been working on getting over. Recording this in November, so it's that time of year. So march it out. And from here, we're going to go into that standing twist. We've done this before. So feet a little wider than hip width apart. Goalpost arms, and then twist side to side. Keep the hips forward. Don't let the hips rotate. Keep them still. Keep the rotation in your torso. So we're warming up those abdominals. And if it helps, you can always put your hands on your hips and rotate so that you can feel that rotation in your torso and keeping those hips still. Few more seconds here, then we're going to take it down to the ground. All right, let's come down to the ground. On your backs. We're starting with arms straight up and knees at a 45-degree angle. We're extending opposite arm and opposite leg. This takes a little bit of brain power, but start in the middle and extend opposite arm and opposite leg. If you need to just start with your legs or arms, that is fine. It does take some brain power. Kind of like rubbing your head and your stomach at the same time with your opposite hands. But once you get it, this is a really good core workout. And if you can keep your foot off of the floor and just barely touch, you'll get a little bit more. All right, hug those knees in real quick, then grab your resistance. We're going to do skull crushers. So we're starting arms up, bending at the elbows, coming down. Can touch the ground if your resistance is long enough. But we're just going right on each side of our face, on top of the head. Bend at that elbow. So a lot of people struggle with this, like trying to move your shoulder. Keep that shoulder still. Just bend your elbow. If you need to break this down, you put your hand on one arm to keep it locked in and just bend to the elbow to get that feeling. All right, got a couple more seconds here. We're going to go back to dead bug. All right, set the resistance down and resume that starting position. Arms up, knees up, and extend opposite arm and opposite leg. And we are alternating on these. If you need to do one side at a time, do one side for 30 seconds and then switch to the other side if that helps, till you get used to doing this. There's all sorts of ways to break this down. Again, you can just start with arms, you can just start with legs. You can start with one side for 30 seconds and then switch. And just take it nice and slow. Keep that back flat against the ground. Keep that core in tight. All right, grab your resistance. Going back to those skull crushers. Bend at the elbow, bring the weights down. Arms should remain parallel to each other. Everything should stay in line. Wrists, elbows, shoulders. You don't want your shoulders coming out. You don't want it to be going out wide. Everything nice and straight in line. If you start to lose your form, drop the weights. Always focus on that form. If your form starts to go, reduce your weight or drop the weight altogether. All right, back to dead bugs. This is the last time for these. Keep that back flat. If we get tired, that's the first thing to go is our core. So really focus on it. Be sure you're breathing. And come back to the middle. Reset and think about the opposite side. You gotta extend before you extend it. A few more seconds. Last one. Put those legs in for a quick second. Grab your weights and our final set of skull crushers. Again, keep that back flat. Core in tight. Bend the elbow. And keep those arms parallel to each other. If you only have one weight, you can still do this. You just hold the weight like this and come down to the top of your head. If you have like a barbell or just one single dumbbell, that's how you do that. A few more here. Gonna have some strong triceps. Strong core muscles. All right, that's it for that. Now we're going to flip it over to hands and knees. Stretch out that core. And again, if this doesn't work for your wrists, you can always go to fists. That's always an option anytime we're on our wrists. Drop that belly. Extend your neck out. Get a good stretch in the abdomen. And then pull the core up, round out the back. Try to think of it as hollowing everything out. Good stretch in the upper back. Drop the belly. And round it up. Alright, now we're going to come seated and grab one elbow and pull it up. If this is not doable for you, you can always do that shoulder stretch or just lay out flat and just do a full body lying stretch. Extend the arms all the way up, extend the feet out. Switch if you're doing the tricep stretch. You can always do this standing too and add a side stretch to it. It's always an option. Breathe here, got a few seconds left. All right, that's it for today. You guys did awesome. I'll see you tomorrow.